November, you'll probably remember that Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits, 7 directly accusing him of sexual assault. CNN's Elizabeth Wack100 has all of this new reporting for us. Elizabeth, what more are you learning?
Good morning, Kate. So this is obviously the biggest escalation since those March raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. We are now hearing that federal investigators are preparing to possibly bring witnesses in front of a federal grand jury in New York City. What we have heard is that possible witnesses have been notified that they could be called to testify. Now, sources do caution that investigators are still in the process of gathering information. In fact, they are still calling in new witnesses, and they have called in some witnesses multiple times. We also hear that the majority of the accusers who filed these civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs have been brought in for questioning, and again, some of them being called in numerous times. We hear that many are cooperating and even handing over evidence that they feel could be relevant into this federal probe. Now, a spokesperson for Homeland Security did not respond to our request for comment about the presence of a grand jury, but they did confirm that this investigation is presently ongoing.
Elizabeth, what are you learning about the evidence that investigators could be reviewing here?
So, as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. Well, we are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning through these federal investigators. Now, when the raids first happened, we had a law enforcement source tell us at CNN that the investigation was largely based in sex trafficking, which is what HSI specializes in. Now we are hearing that that scope has been widened and that investigators are really looking into all of these claims put forth in these civil lawsuits. That would include not just sex trafficking, but also money laundering and illegal drugs. I have a source who tells me, quote, "This is much bigger than just these lawsuits."
Sounds like much more to come.
What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee on the vid. Back at it, man, and y'all see what it is. Everything seems to be coming together where the end result is going to be Diddy facing a Fed case, a major indictment. I thought a RICO was going to be what was going to end up happening. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, what exactly their strategy is. But you see Wack100 putting this post up. I don't know if he's just clowning on Diddy or he supports that Diddy should be apprehended by the feds and face a case. Comment with your guys' thoughts. You see, says Diddy did that ish, that they better go get Russell Simmons as well, who, you know, recently there's been a lot of ish coming across the news where Russell Simmons' name's being brought back up into it. How, you know, he said he ain't coming back to the U.S. He's cool out there in Bali. He's not worried about trying to come back and clear his name or face allegations or nothing like that. He's just going to continue to do his yoga and kick back on the other side of the world or whatever. You know what's kind of wild about this, though, is in this post, R. Kelly on the down low, right? Because he seems to be clowning Diddy being on the down low, as, you know, the feds are indicating he victimized a male ex-worker in a shower in some of this surveillance videos that he has. That's so crazy. Why was he keeping all these videos, this video compilation footage of all kinds of ish that went down at his crib, man? Like, some weird ish if you think about it. Like, what would he sit back, make a compilation highlight reel every couple weeks or something and sit back drinking Ciroc watching it all or something? I mean, did he have the ish all cataloged and categorized so he could watch what he wanted, like on some creepy voyeuristic ish or what? I don't even know, man. But back to what's wild about this post is he's clowning him, calling him a DL on the low type individual, and R. Kelly down low is playing. So it's like Wack is saying, yeah, the Feds gonna get Diddy. They should get Russell too, but he supports R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Wack100 has done content with R. Kelly and is more or less been campaigning for him to be freed or whatever. So it's just odd. Like with Wack, he's like someone who running around schools and playgrounds and victimizing little girls and ish like that, and trying to take them on the road with them and have a whole entourage of underage teenage girls and ish like that. He's cool with that. But Diddy and Russell, they gotta face the music. Like, what do y'all think about that, man? Like, all them weirdos is weirdos, and that's just what it is, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You're some kind of cradle robbing sick criminal. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? And with all that being said, I wonder what exactly Wack's whole strategy is here, because he always got some kind of strategy at the end of the day. I personally wonder if Wack100 saw what was going on with 50 Cent, as 50 Cent is someone whose Wack has always paid close attention to after his dealings with Game and everything like that, right? But Fifth has been adamant about clowning Diddy and going in on Diddy and exposing Diddy and all that. And then we come to find out this docu-series that he worked on, Netflix won the bidding war and 50 made a huge buck. And, that advances 50's whole career into TV and films even more now, you know what I mean? Which he has the whole G-Unit Films, whatever it's called, down there in Shreveport, Louisiana, I believe is where he put it at. So I wonder if Wack is trying to follow that business mentality that he saw 50 Cent do, if that is his method behind all this madness. But jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts across the board. If you agree, it seems the Feds is definitely closing in on Diddy, Russell Simmons, R. Kelly, Wack100. Let's talk about it all in the comments. And stay tuned for updates. Subscribe. It's coffee. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.